Yeah, there we are. November 2nd, 2019. Bruce here. Mesh Grow Bags channel, YouTube, blah, blah, blah. You know the routine. Don't like, don't subscribe. I don't care. I haven't made a bamboo video in a while, so I should probably update everybody. These are some of my Sinicus, the second batch of seeds that I planted. The end of September, probably around the 27th. This one I just noticed got a huge shoot out there. It's already about 18 inches tall. Still got a little bit of the chlorosis looking leaves here and there, but they're growing like crazy, so can't complain. These are a bunch of aspers, the Dendrocalamus asper S1 variety. I got two varieties, the S1 and the S2. These are slightly smaller, but when you're talking 6 or 7 inch diameter bamboo, they're still pretty giant. You wouldn't be able to tell the difference. All right, here's my giganteus from a seedling that I bought. It's up to 11 culms on it now, and it's been branching for the last 3 culms. Is that right? 3 or yeah, the last 3. This one here got a branch on it. Then both these two got branches, and then this one here, this shoot that's like 2 foot long, that's only about probably 5 or 6 days old. And this one down here is like 2 days old. It's probably like 3-4 inches tall already. So, and the leaves are just huge. They're like banana tree leaves. And I forgot to mention when I was comparing these, the giganteus and the Sinicus before, I said these felt kind of fuzzy and really soft. And the Sinicus feel kind of real papery and smooth. But my other giganteus over here that I got from a clone, this is a clone that I bought, my tropical bamboo nursery and gardens over in Loxahatchee. This is the clone, and it's got some huge leaves too, but these are really smooth, and they got a little bit of hook on the edge, but real papery smooth. So just that one variety of this giganteus and that giganteus are slightly different somehow. And the other thing you want to note is this clone put out, it had a 3-inch little shoot when I got it, and this got 5-6 foot tall, and then it put out one more shoot the whole season, and it's probably about 7 feet tall. Oh, there's a little lizard on there. Can you see that? Can you see the lizard? Anyways, so yeah, that put out one shoot this year, whereas my seedling that I got put out 11, so 10 times as many. Oh, and my my hedge here, my fence, my Bambusa vulgaris, which I collected locally. This has got a probably 5.5 foot tall spike. It just put out like last week. Wait, there's some others. No, that's just some stuff laying there. So yeah, these have been popping up new shoots. I got a couple. I think there's some over here. Yeah, this is a couple new ones. This one's like 5 foot tall. This is a new one here too. It's still got the sheaths on it, and that one's probably about 9 or 10 foot tall. And that's a new one back there. So actually, this one didn't put out very much for a while, but then later it put out 3 at the end of October. And that one there is, wow, that was probably 15, 18 feet tall. This one's about 9, and that one's about 5. And then this bunch over here put out a couple new ones. Again, the ones with the paper on them, those are the newest ones. And this one here is pretty new because it's only about 7 feet tall. Kind of getting hung up in these other ones here a little bit. And which other one? That one over there is pretty new, but it's already got branches on it, so it's not that new. But yeah, I've been getting some new shoots out off of those. Oh, and I spotted this one over on the back edge of the property the other day, and it's about 2.5 feet tall now. And this little clump just started out as these two little ones over here, you know, just not even as big as my pinky finger when it started out. And that one was probably about 6 or 7 foot tall. And then I mean, look at the size of they put out this one next, which was like better than 10 foot. And then it put out this one, which is probably going to be like 18 or more. And then it's putting out that one. So it went from, you know, pretty small to pretty fat pretty quick. And oh my God, look at these vines are getting on here, and they're growing up as tall as the bamboo is. So I gotta cut all this shit out of here. Excuse my French, but yeah, that stuff's gotta go. Oh, and yeah, so from the backyard the other day, I noticed this big black line sticking up here, and I'm like, wait a minute, is that a new shoot? It's like, yeah, it was already like 7, 8 foot tall. Man, it's probably like 10 foot now. And then, so I came out to look at that, and over behind it is another one that was probably about 9 or 10 foot tall. Now this one really got weird because it was like bent over. I don't know if the wind knocked it over or whatever, but it was like bent over and arched, and then it got all like zigzaggedy, all crooked like that. Man, look at those cockleburs there. That is a big cocklebur bush. I gotta do some cutting and burning. But yeah, so that's my purple bamboo from seed from eBay, which is about going on 4 years old now. And yeah, putting out some 10, 12 foot. And this one here, this one's probably like, if you stand it up, it's kind of weeping. It kind of bends over there. Not too bad looking though. It's got those really small leaves and looks pretty cool. And oh yeah, out in the back lot over there, the vacant lot, I got a couple shoots coming up there, and those ones are just starting to branch that you can see up there now. So yeah, all that stuff was just saying, oh yeah, there's another new one right there. So there's 2 on that one. So yeah, those are going to be filling in real nice. I won't be able to see any power lines or anything over there. No trucks going by. All of it will be blocked off. Oh, and my 22 footer that I just like 2 months ago put in, I think it's rooted in pretty good, but I still got the braces on it to hold it up. It wanted to blow over a couple times. Started bending really, really bad. So there it is, the bamboo. Oh, and this one here, this little clump here, this has got a new one too. That one's, oops, gotta be careful, don't break that. Those are really tender when they're like this. And it's too big to eat at that point, but you could just snap that thing right off, and that would be the end of that. So yeah, bamboo is really not that difficult to maintain. If you come out there where there's a shoot like that, all you got to do is kick that, bust that off, which I think I almost did, so I heard it cracking. That would be the end of that. So there you go. Oh yeah, and by the way, California wildfires, all that brush and stuff, all of this used to be brush, like 30 foot high over. All of that would have been, like, you would have just seen brush like that all the way over here, all of this. And all of this was 30 foot tall brush pile too. About the height of that stuff right there. Totally over my head, right up to the property line where you couldn't step off the property. Right up to these power lines, everything was like right up on those. So yeah, from this line back was 30 foot tall brush pile all the way over. And it took me a year to cut it and burn it all by hand. But now if a fire comes through here, yeah, it's going to be pretty bad. It's going to burn all that stuff, but it's not going to be burning right up to my property line, right up to my transformer, and right up to my oak trees, which would undoubtedly burn my house down. So